Well, howdy guys, this is CoreCat13. I'm a woman with a deep voice, and we are back with Everhood. We're approaching the end of the game, guys. Now, I do have to confess that this is a different save file, because for whatever reason, OBS wasn't recording. Yeah, I thought I hit the record button, but for whatever reason, it never started recording. Technology, I tell ya. So I had to spend the last 30 minutes or so trying to get back to where I was. And this is not it. Though fortunately, the enemies that I was fighting, or whatever, enemies, former friends, whatever you want to call them, just happened to be on the direct path I wanted to go. Which in this case is here in the Mushroom Forest. You see, that golden key that we use to wake up the light being also unlocks a different area that we haven't seen before. This freaking Amori looking area. Or Yume Nikki, whatever you want to say. I mean, this game was very influenced by Yume Nikki. And Undertale, obviously, but still. Anyway. Ooh, and actually, since I mentioned Yume Nikki, I do have a little bit of an announcement. For Halloween, we are actually getting a, one of my very rare one-offs. In this case, it's going to be Yume Nikki. Yeah, I'm going to release it on October 31st. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's getting close to 6 a.m. Anyway, October 31st, I'm going to release the video. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's just going to be like my entire live reaction, if it's going to be a live stream, or if it's going to be like a highlight reel, but regardless, it will be my very first time playing Yume Nikki, and it's going to be pretty damn awesome. I've been thinking about it non-stop for the last week or so, and God, I want to dig into that game. But anyway, end of announcement. Now it's time for Gnomes. Yeah, spoiler alert. Guess what? Gnomes. Yeah, it should have been pretty freaking obvious the moment you heard that laughter that Gnomes were going to get involved. Now, one thing that I actually did find out whenever I was getting back to where I was is that the trigger buttons, or the trigger buttons, they actually are able to move you left and right in the in the battle scenes. And the back buttons, the bumpers here, they actually can do the exact same thing that the Y button does, so that's interesting. Well, I knew about the Y button thing, but I didn't know that the triggers moved red around. That was something I didn't know. With as much as I've played this game, I ought to know that by now. Though, as you can tell, this is the lane you want to be in right here. You want to just kind of chill out in the right-hand, or the leftmost lane, because the least amount of bullshit's here. Although, not for long. The moment the gnomes show up, which should be, yep, right now, left becomes a bit more dangerous. So, yeah. I'm kind of happy that the last recording didn't work, because it kind of gave me a practice run of this, because my last practice run was on Steam Deck, and it was like probably sometime last weekend or something. I remember I was playing it at Oscar's place, just trying to get some practice for the videos and stuff, and just so I can kind of judge how long we have left in the Let's Play, which I'm thinking is going to be about 2 or 3 videos. Same with Under Hero. But yeah, so any shitty Any shitty playing, that's why. Now we're gonna go from Omori to full-on Yume Nikki, Hell Maze. Woo! Yeah, this is certainly a trip for the guys. Kind of reminds me of that that part in the Pink Sea where you find Euboa, or of course the infamous Hell Maze. There's one other area with the weird balloon things. I don't quite remember what it is, but I know for a fact that it's a pretty popular thing in Yume Nikki that has like some very interesting implications. Anyway, so that little jump roping competition was basically just to get the last of the 3 gems. Which, by the way, now that we have all 3 gems, where's the statue? Where the hell's the statue? Ah, damn it. Okay, so if you happen to have a completed save file, it will unlock New Game Plus, and there will be a statue here. These 3 gems here will unlock a hidden battle. And that hidden battle is with the devs of the game. And it is a tough fight. It's one of the hardest in the game. And speaking of hardest, this is probably going to be the one that kind of hurts the most for me. But it's also probably one of the better fights of the second half. Because we only have one inhabitant of Midnight Town left. And that's Green Mage. Let's hope I do better this time, because last time I died like, I think 5 or 6 times. Which is a bit ridiculous. Anyway, we'll open your door. And now I'm going to go find you, Green Mage. You swine. How dare you show me a good time? Ooh, this is some nice music. Gotta leave it to Green Mage to always have good music, let me tell ya. I'd sleep here. Kinda like the colors. Ah, there you are. How you doing? Why, hello there, Red. How you doing, buddy? It's been a minute. I'm a bit surprised that you broke into my cellar. But I guess I shouldn't be. At least I addressed that. Now, what is it that you want? Well, first, I want to show this unique bit of dialogue. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. That corridor is endless. Well, technically it isn't endless. There is an end. Oh, man. Is your acid reflux bothering you again? I'm quite sorry. That's good. It will just take forever to get to the end. I know, because I made the corridor. Yeah, what they say is actually correct. If you actually go that way, you'll be going down that corridor for 3 fucking hours. But there is something at the end, and it's actually a pretty neat thing that leads to one of the many neutral endings. But, in order to get the real ending of the game, we have to go through Green Mage. So come on, Green Mage, put up your dukes. So this is it. This is where it ends. After spending an eternity in Mushroom Forest. How anticlimactic. Yeah, and speaking of an anticlimax, get ready for a repeat fight. But don't worry, it ain't gonna last too long. Oh, Nintendo Switch. You and your loading times. Alright, so yeah, this battle is gonna start pretty familiar. But once you get them to about a third of their health, they're gonna realize that we're serious and want a real duel. If you want a true clash of life and death, we'll have to spice it up. Oh, I definitely trust you to spice things up, Green Mage. Show me what you got. Come into my playroom. Well, that didn't sound perverted. Alright, give me just a second. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I had to fix the difficulty. I accidentally left it on a lower difficulty and trying to get back here, so... I wanted things to at least be somewhat consistent. And man, look at this playroom. I'd hang out here. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I would totally sleep here. I mean, I doubt Green Mage would sleep, but I'm sure they would probably let me sleep on this beautiful little cat rug. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save real fast because, whew, this battle's a doozy. We can go ahead and save on the top one, which has been the main one that we've been following. Now, are you ready to rumble? How very exciting. I think they are. I must be honest, I haven't felt this alive in a long time. The irony in that we are challenging them to a duel to the death. God, my stutter is annoying. It will be the greatest duel ever. Give me your best, Red. You got it. Only if you give me one of the best tracks in the entire game. A track so great that it has to be declared the final battle. Let me hear it. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna have a blast! Yeah, buddy. And I wasn't kidding when I said this song is called Final Battle on the soundtrack. Which actually kind of makes me wonder, like, if Green Mage was actually the endgame of the original version of Everhood, like during the prototype stage. Beta, that's what that's called. Because if you notice in a lot of the early marketing for Everhood, you'll notice that Green Mage is often dueling very excitedly with Red, indicating that perhaps they were more antagonistic in the early stages of the game. Which, you know, that'd be a bit unfortunate, considering they're more aloof these days, but still. Oh boy. Yeah. Didn't say this battle was gonna be easy. That means we get to hear the awesome beginning of the song again. Go! Alright, I might actually fall quiet for a little bit, just so I can concentrate on the battle. Because, like I said, this is kind of a tough fight, so... Though every time they do that freaking thriller move, it just reminds me of middle school. I don't know if I ever told this story, but yeah, for whatever reason, the theater class had to do a performance of Thriller. Yeah, Thriller at a pep rally. Yeah, we even got into zombie makeup and everything. It was crazy. Alright, now that I got that story out of the way, time to focus. to ramp it up a bit. Can you keep up, Red? Get a load of this. Well, we got further that time. I'll meet you back at that stage. God, this boss fight's so crazy. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely an Everhood boss fight. Got the psychedelic effects going. Really showing off what Green Mage is capable of. That eye. God, that eye is so funny. Oh man, I'm exhausted. Oh, let's go for a second round though. Yeah, that's a nice show that even if you fuck up enough, this is not one of those fights that will boot you out if you exceed the end of the song. Because Green Mage being Green Mage, I mean, they are a natural showman, so... show person, I guess? Alright, try not to get hit by these things. Because, you know, you gotta have a pattern. Alright, then he's gonna do Thriller. I don't know why I keep calling Green Mage him. I don't know. I'm sorry. Whew! Well, that took fewer tries than last time, so that's good. You put on quite a show, Red. Thank you. It was not the best, but it will do. It will do. Well, thank you for showing us a good time, Green Mage. Alright. And with that, that's all the inhabitants of the Everhood. Whew. We are now but one. It's very unfortunate. Let's go ahead and save here. And next time, we'll be saying goodbye to the Everhood. I know this is a weird place to stop because, well, we're right there at the end, but fuck it, the next part's gonna be incredibly long, so... stuff. See you later.